Hey, daylight. We actually don't need no glowing orb today.
No glowing orb.
So yeah, this is. I'm gonna repeat this later on, but you're watching this before I recorded the Advent video, but I will be uploading the Advent video first.
Confusing.
But anyway, I'm Michelle, he's Adam, and we just saw The Last Jedi. And
Star Wars, I think. Star Wars?
Yeah, it was a little indie flick. You may or may not have heard of it. It's
yeah, low budget thing.
Yeah. So we're going to try and do it a bit different today, partly because our reviews keep rambling on, and partly because he's actually got blue places. So we're going to give you our overall impressions, non-spoilery section. Then we are going to announce more spoilery stuff, but we're going to try not to spoil. So we're not going to do the whole breakdown thing because there's a lot going on. So first of all, yes, just yes.
just awesome.
It's so
really,
good.
really awesome film. Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Couple of things. Pogs are adorable.
Oh God, they're amazing.
We'll again, there's little specific character moments and bits and pieces. But yes, the Pogs are awesome. And I'm going to use the name they didn't use, but it's what I called them in my head before they were named. I want a frost fox.
Oh yeah. Oh, the crystal thing.
Crystal critters.
Crystal critters, yeah.
But they look like foxes. They bark like foxes. They just have like fox ears, but they got like little moustachy like marten chop thingies.
Like a mane thing going on.
I want one.
Gorgeous, really, really gorgeous.
So and then there was like a couple of other creatures, like on Luke's island. This big. I don't know what they were. They weren't named, but these big, would you call kind of reptilian cow thingies? I don't know. Yeah,
they are the things that he milked.
Yeah, he just goes on the coast. They're just sitting there, totally chill.
Just loving it.
Just like
they like being milked. And
then like he milks them on their big round teats, and green milk this time, not blue. But yeah, it's like that's just the thing. And then these caretaker creatures. So,
oh yeah, the caretaker creatures. Yeah,
which are also very funny. So lots of cool new characters in there we'll talk about, but lots of really cool characters and like new creatures. Yeah. The creatures, I like the fact they do, and yeah, the island isn't just porgs. It's these big, giant milkers. Because as far as I understand, any mammal that is lactating in some form or other that is carrying milk, they like to be milked because it takes all the pressure away. So, so I don't know if because he just got quite a bit because they're like a drinks bottle. They got quite a. I don't know if this is a spoiler. Whatever. He got a drink bottle when he just basically filled it up from one teat. So I don't know if he goes like round the floor or he chooses goes to a different one each time. But no, she didn't seem to mind.
Yeah, she was a happy happy creature.
Yeah, and then I think there was bird creatures, but yeah, porgs are adorable, and I want a frost fox crystal critter thing because they're gorgeous. So I know you've already taken care of Christmas, but where's my birthday as well?
Yeah, that's true. Noted.
So creatures are awesome. Sorry, there's a crow that just flew past with like a dip packet.
That's lunch sorted.
It was just in his mouth. That's the thing when you can see what you're doing. You've got your, because I don't know how much we can sort of non-spoilery without going.
Well, I mean, what did we know before we come into it? Thank you. We knew that it's basically like every other Star Wars film, fighting the First Order, what they are now. The Empire now, the First Order. The Rebels, what they are now is what they call the Resistance. Yes. I think
which in no way parallels current politics or situation.
No, not at all.
I try to stay apolitical in these podcasts, but I have my own thoughts.
So yeah, that's it really. It's a
Star Wars film. Enjoyed it?
I did. I really enjoyed it. It was very entertaining. It was very funny as well, which was
okay.
Not too funny, but funny.
Yeah, there was always laughs. So there's I don't know how much you've seen this. I've made the joke that we did say before that we were going to leave it a little while and go later on, but then going on the internet becomes a landfill. Minefield. So there I don't know the specifics of what people have said. I haven't read or looked at it because I'm obviously trying to avoid spoilers. But there just seems to be so much unnecessary fanboy rage. And like, oh, this is what I wanted. There's even, and I didn't read the specifics of it, but there is even a petition to have episode 8 struck from the canon. For God's sake. So, thoughts?
For God's sake. Just that, really. Well, my thoughts are, you can't please everyone all the time.
That is a fair point, but it's like why? It was a good, fun movie, and obviously there's some...
It explained a few bits, and
there's a lot of, as far as I can tell, there's a lot of arsehole whinging. Oh, strong women, they make the other men look weak. No, I don't think that. I think I won't get into. There was, and I think the one thing that is specifically being referred to, which we'll talk about when we sort of go to spoilers. But I don't think it was emasculating. I think it was perfectly within context.
Yeah, I think a lot of people probably are of the opinion that a strong woman automatically equals something that's emasculating to men, which is completely ridiculous. You know, strong females can stand on their own merit.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean that a man has to feel that he is emasculated because of that strength in the lady, in the woman. If he doesn't, that's his own problem.
Yes, I will agree with that. I've not really spoken about. I know we've talked about, but I've not really spoken on film before. But I don't consider myself a feminist necessarily, because some of the way that modern feminism presents itself doesn't gel with what I feel. But I also feel that women should have, you know, the power and influence to be whoever they want. If you want to go out and be a strong, ball-busting woman, awesome. If you want to stay home and raise your children, awesome. That is, to me, is what feminism should be. I know I don't call myself a feminist, I call myself an equalist. And the women in this film were in their environment. They were doing, they were all working towards the same cause. They were all doing their thing true to themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So. Yeah,
and they all, like I said, they all stood on their own merit. They were all in their own little environment, and they thrived doing it. So, yes, agreed.
Yes,
agreed.
But yeah, okay. So it's Star Wars. You already know if you're going to go see it. There's a good chance you already have. If you want to go see it again, I won't stop you. If you are a whiny man baby bitching about, but the women's are too strong, then you know what? Do comment, because I'll be interested to hear your point of view, as long as you're not being rude. Or be rude, I'll just ignore you. I'm pretty sure I have band stick powers, I haven't explored them yet.
Will that stick?
Indeed. But yeah, it's Star Wars. You already know if you're going to see it. You're more than likely you already have seen it. We're still in the first week though, aren't we?
No, it's been out a couple of weeks.
Ah.
Sure it has. On the 14th it come out.
Yeah,
what
we're
today?
It's the 19th today.
Yeah.
Still within 7 days.
Well, it is, isn't it?
Yeah?
It must be Friday. Crikey. Feels like it's been out longer.
Yeah. So everything that's been going on. So yeah, Porgs are adorable. The film's amazing. We laughed. Actually, before we get into the spoilers, I've said before that to me Star Wars is a thing that I enjoy when I'm watching it, but I'm not, into the fandom. I'm not, massively on it. I'm happy to pull them out and watch them again. But you, more or less the same, or
it's the same.
You enjoy it when you watch it.
Enjoy it when it's on, but I don't sort of, I don't follow it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, okay, in terms of like franchises that are around and about, I mean, like, this is a living franchise, Marvel's a living franchise, there's a few franchises that kind of dip in and out. I mean, would you put it as like a top franchise that you would happily return to, or is it just one that's there?
No, I'd return to it, definitely.
Would you bother ranking franchises? Like, or just like, yeah, like this is the
I wouldn't rank anything personally. I have my list of what I like and what I like less.
Yeah.
But yeah, Star Wars is up there. It's very entertaining, and it's interesting to see how characters develop, and how they get on and how they end as well. Yeah, I take quite a lot away from it.
But once the credit rolls, you're having your cup of tea and you're like,
Yeah, move on to other things.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, then let's get into more spoilery stuff. Spoilers! So, throughout most of it, there's kind of 3 main tracks. So you've got the rebels, very tiny little fleet of rebels, because the opening is basically their base, they were on, being mullered. And thank you. And then you've got Rey on the island with Luke. And then you also have another plot that comes in with Finn and a new character, Rose, who so in the big opening sequence, which is amazing, they're the bombardiers. They take out a dreadnought, which is a massive, huge fleet killer thing, and you see people just basically think that one guy's like, "Oh, all the ones alive," and then he gets hit, and so he basically explodes. And there's one last young Asian girl is the last one to basically do the thing. She managed, after a struggle, or, you know, she kind of gets her ass handed to her, get knocked about. But after a struggle, she manages to blow her bombs, and throughout it, she's kind of like touching a medallion pendant. And so she's like, oh, and you're like, oh, well, that's obviously some significant. She gets whatever faith or whatever strength she gets from that, and that was kind of sweet and moving. Obviously, she does sadly die. And then later on in the sequence of the film, Finn's trying to get away from the main ship because we find out that Leia and Rey are both wearing these like signal bio trackers. So Finn's idea is to get off and away, so that when Rey comes back and finds the tracker again, she'll be out of danger. And then this another young Asian woman called Rose, who is wearing the same opposite pendant, so like a broken coin thing, is obviously our first hero's sister. And so they then have a subplot where they have to go and get a code break, because they find out that they're being tracked through hyperspace, which should be impossible. And then there's a bit of technobabble, which is basically, there's a thing in their ship that tracks us. If we knock that out very subtly so they don't notice, that gives us at least 6 minutes where we can hightail it. So throughout the movie, you've got Leia and Rey, Luke and Rey on the island doing their thing. The rebels basically trying to defend themselves because they realise that if they jump, they'll be followed again and they'll be out of fuel. So they are slowly keeping distance, because the fighters, the TIEs and everything won't have support, and they're just out of cannon range. So basically they are still getting their asses pounded, but they're not getting destroyed because it's the shields. And then Rose and Finn go off to find the code breaker that Maz, and that was a cute little thing with Maz.
Yeah, bless her.
Maz is in the middle of a fight and she goes, "Union dispute, you don't want to know." Basically that's her entire scene. It's amazing. Yeah. So that's kind of what the three main stories, and obviously they do come back together. So where do you want to start? Because we're not going to try and do, you know, scene by scene, because there's a lot of really cool stuff.
What do you want to do? Favourite bits?
Yeah. Should we talk about Chewie and the Porgs, or should we leave that till later?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Let's talk about it. They were cute.
So, obviously, we're on the island. You've seen all the promotional stuff with the Porgs, which I've described as penguin guinea pig hybrids, which they are, and they are adorable. And you just see them there, like, oh. Yeah. And there's like more and more of them, and then there's a scene where, because throughout most of the scenes on the island, it's just Luke and Rey talking, and it's good dialogue, really good scenes. It is really good stuff. And Chewie's kind of just there because they obviously planted the Falcon in. Luke is aware of Chewie's presence because he knocks the door down, but for the most part, they're doing their thing and he's just chilling out, keeping an eye on the Falcon. Yeah. So there's a scene where he's sat there, he's got his fire on the go, and there's things on a spit, and it's obviously a roasted porg. And then a family of live porgs around him going, big eyes, wobbly lips, and she was like, arr! And he's like looking at his thing, and I'm just like, yes, cute, but you've already cooked it. Yeah,
it ain't coming back now.
You know,
just enjoy it. Sustenance. Get
yourself, get your food. But that was cute.
Yeah, that was adorable.
So cute.
Bless him.
And then obviously there's scenes later on with the porg in the. There's a scene later on where there's multiple porgs all over the Falcon. So I don't know if they're still in the Falcon at the end of them, but there is one in the cockpit later on that is just kind of cool. And at one point, because of gravity forces, he gets smushed into the wind, because these things can't be much bigger than that, surely.
No, if that, yeah.
And so at one point he is like, because of force of things, like like a manic Garfield or something in the window.
Yeah, smushed up against the window.
So yeah, Porgs we like.
Yeah.
Awesome. You want to pick a scene?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the scene where, because we have the moment where, well, moments where Rey and Ben Solo,
Kylo Ren, yeah.
Are communicating with one another.
But they're very talented Adam Driver. We like Adam Driver.
We like him.
And I made the lame joke that he's my Adam Driver. Because I don't drive.
Again, welcome to my car. Yeah, and when they're communicating with one another, and
I've got the Force Bridge.
Yeah, the Force Bridge, and Rey is convinced that there is a hope, a chance that Kylo is.
Man, that dude's old.
Younger than most buildings. There's a chance that Kylo is potentially good, and so she goes to meet him to try and convince him to go over to the light side of the Force. So she goes, and he meets her, and she is placed in handcuffs and detained. And they have this really good scene where Kylo brings her before Supreme Leader Snoke.
But they have a nice conversation in the lift. I like they're talking in the lift first as well.
Oh yeah,
good character.
I'm going to help you and all that.
You're
kind
gonna
of stuff.
no. Yeah, she's like, you're going to help me, and he's like, you're going to stand with me, and they're like, they both think that the other's going to turn to their side.
Yeah, that's a very good sort of tete-a-tete. And then,
without getting too specific, because obviously conversations happen, things happen. Snoke blah blah blahing. I know what he's going to do, and he does do it. Yeah, he does. Well, Snoke is very cocky in his estimation of Kylo, and he's obviously got his signals mixed. Yeah, somewhere. Beautifully. Yeah, beautifully. That was a good scene for me. I really enjoyed that, and the red chess piece figure guys. They were a bit weird. the red stormtrooper guys who just looked amazing. Snoke's guards. And then there is a scene where Rey and Ben, because she keeps calling him Ben, trying to bring his humanity back, I think. And our first big saber fight is them back to back fighting the red chessmen. That was cool. That was very cool, because it's a mostly red room, and you've got red and black with the furniture and the everything else, and then mostly red lighting, and you've got her blue saber. And actually Luke calls him laser sword. It's so cool. It's just like, what, you think I'm just going to grab a laser sword and walk out and take out everyone? So cool. But yeah, so it's her blue, his red, crossbarred lightsaber, and they work. They fight well together, and that's a good scene. When they're down to the very, very final guard, and he's got Kylo in a chokehold, and you just can't get him off, and Rey's over the other side of the room, throws him the lightsaber, and he catches it like this, and then just presses the button, turns it on, and it shoots. Yeah, he just turns it on, turns it off, and then we got the reveal of the guy with a big hole in his head. And collapses. That's good. So that was that was a good scene. I really enjoyed that one. So okay, so there's we're jumping around a little bit, but that's what we've been into. There was theories that I'd heard that suggest that Phasma was secretly a rebel. Alright. She's not. No, she's not. No. So Finn gets kind of his moment with Phasma. Alright, Chrome Dome, let's do this. yeah, he got it good. BB-8's adorable again. Yeah. She's so cute. I know, I keep hearing it was a she, and then other people don't keep calling her he, but no, I'm sorry, I'm calling her she. Okay. So one of my little sequences, so they basically go to Planet Vegas. It's got a proper name, I can't quite remember it right now, but they go to Planet Vegas to find this hacker person, and they do find, I want that brooch, by the way. Yeah, it's pretty. Pretty cool. So they go, and they're in this thing, and you get like sequences of all the tables, the gambling and everything, and there's obviously again lots of really cool, interesting characters and new creatures and peoples. And there's like on one time, I think it's like a craps table, there's a tiny little dude just sitting in the middle of this group skinny little croupier in the middle of the table. He was adorable. But as they're all kind of scanning around looking for the person with this particular brooch, BB meets someone who's her height, and he's shit-faced. He is completely shit-faced. At one point he tries to put his glass on her head and she's just, no. And then he must think she's some kind of novelty fruit machine and starts popping coins into her. Yeah. which come into play later on when they're making an escape attempt because they illegally parked their flyer. So she later on spits all the coins back out and beans some guys with them.
That's great.
But later on when they because there's a racing with, like, they've got the native animals and they race with them. We'll come back to that in a second. But there's a stampede through the gambling halls again, and the little dude comes back. And like there's coins spinning everywhere. He's like, mine. So that was his little arc.
That was cute. Yeah.
I just thought, baby's loaded now, and now she's brittle. But so they meet someone who says it's a code breaker, and he starts stealing all the coins back. It's like, so do you want to talk about the herd animals they keep?
Yeah, these sort of very long body, big ears, like big rabbit, fox.
Kind of, maybe like a fennec.
Yeah, and sort of big snout.
Kind of sort of flat face, but like big noses, but not muzzly.
No. Yeah, they were really cute. Obviously, they use them, they race them.
Huge. I mean, I don't know how tall Boyega and I don't know the name of the lady who played Rose are, but even assuming they're what 5'4" and 5'10", both of them are fitting on top of these creatures. And there's room for more. These things are tall, they're like really tall. There's a really lovely scene where they find themselves in the stables and she looks at one, it looks at her, and they have a moment and it's like, oh. And then and so there's the stable children as well. They're kind of in there, and you know, he's like, no, don't. Because he's about to set the alarm off, and like she shows a ring that's got the rebel symbol in it. So yeah, and then we have the big stampede chasing.
Yeah, that was very, very cool. Smashing through the casino and just destroying everything.
So the good news is all the I don't know. I mean, the place gets smashed up because he's like, why do you hate this place so much? It's really pretty, and it is. It's a beautiful thing. And she said, well, where do you think they got their money from? The war.
Yeah.
And you know, and the fact they are oppressing people, because he looks through some binoculars and there's like, you know, you see the race, and then you see people being abused, and so she gets kind of her moment, like, so you smashed all the through the town. That must feel a little bit good, and she takes the harness off the creature they were riding, and he sets it free. And it's like, now I'm good.
Yeah, that was sweet.
That was sweet. But yeah, I mean, these things are tall. She stand under it to. So I don't know if once they've rebuilt they're going to reherd them up, you know. But for now they are going to be.
For now they're free.
But it's all good. And that was an action sequence, and they get rescued, and they eventually join the fight. So that's kind of that sequence. I don't know, I mean, there's kind of the big spoiler which transposes expectations based on current cast members that are still with us. Do we want to talk about that? Because that's... There is a moment between the twins where, yeah, they're at the new rebel base, they're sending out the signal, and Leia's kind of at a dark point, and Luke comes and talks to her, and they have a really nice moment, and that is the only scene that Mark and Carrie have together, but it was very beautifully played. I think, yeah, I don't yeah, okay, so Leia survives the film. I don't know what the plan is for episode 9.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure.
So that is probably the biggest spoiler, but we did say there would be spoilers, and I will make a point of saying there are some big spoilers.
Yeah, but no, I don't know what's going to happen to her.
Yeah, because there was obviously the end for In Memory of Our Princess, Carrie Fisher.
That was nice.
Oh.
That was nice time.
All the people that were already walking out kind of paused.
Good.
Oh, and the because the bad guys are always British. The Admiral he had his moments. Hux, there you go.
Yeah, he was very good. Oh,
he was, and
don't know the actor.
No, but after well, Kylo got a force choke moment that was amazing.
That was very, very good. Long live the Supreme Leader.
Indeed. So I enjoyed that. Yeah. I just there's kind of one of the link scenes, because there was a joke about gratuitous nudity of any kind, and you know, Kylo's topless, but they both say, because she's like, I don't want to be doing this right now, and he's like, I don't really want to do this either. So I don't know if he's in his bedtime routine or whatever, but he is shirtless, and Adam Driver's workout routine.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. Yeah, fair play to him.
But he is a former soldier, so it would make sense.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, didn't you see his TED Talk? Oh, you've got to watch his TED Talk, it's amazing.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's watch if you haven't. I'll find it. I'll actually TED Talk, Adam Driver's TED Talk. I've learned how to do the tags.
Awesome.
So
yeah, tag it. Why not?
So yeah, it's really quite sweet. Oh, sorry, completely changing the subject. Did you get the thing I sent you? Like, no, you're crying.
Yeah.
I sent them a video with cute little animals interacting and being really adorable together.
Yeah, being cute little animals. Yes.
So that was just because it just came to me. The thing is, without going scene by scene, it's like, oh, how much should we sort of talk about it?
Well, there was a scene towards the end when they're all in the mine.
Yeah.
And there's the distraction from Luke to allow them all to escape.
Yeah, because they're BB's done a scan, and she says that there's the only way in or out is through his big F-off door. And then Finn's looking out and said, oh, there's this they call it battering cannon. It's a BFG basically. That he said they could crack that door open like an egg. And so there's a whole sequence where they're trying to get it, and Rose saves Finn from being stupid. We don't know if she's dead, because she is basically she has a moment like, this is how we win, not by destroying the things we hate, but by saving the things we love. And she gives him a very sweet chaste kiss before she kind of collapses. And
then a few minutes later,
he's dragging her body in,
tucking her into a bed. So I think she's alive.
Yeah. So that's a thing. And there's a lot towards the end where you kind of think it's all happening at once. It has to be all happening at once. Oh, so yes, so Luke's causing an attraction. BB's already said, oh, there's only one door, and then there's something like, wait, how did Luke get in, blah blah blah, and then there's a reveal how Luke got in. But Poe is like, wait, can you hear something? And C-3PO's like, oh, my audible sensors can't hear, and they say all the crystal critters have gone. So all the frost foxes, they know a way out, and they basically, there's one that sticks behind to find them all, because
to alert them.
What basically happened was they see it's a TIE fighter, wasn't it, that they'd commanded to get off. Oh, so basically, the Rose and Finn were on the Snoke ship, and they hightail it out of the ship that they can get hold of. And so they think, the rebels think, oh crap, these are the bad guys. So they're like, close the doors. And as they're closing the doors, and Finn and Rose are sort of coming in, and the ship gets destroyed, all the little critters are also running into the thing. So they obviously realise, yeah, these people, I don't know what their little danger senses were that were going off, but they were like, yeah, we should probably hang out with these guys, get inside the cave. Or maybe when the cave was abandoned, they were just hanging out in there anyway, I don't know. But there was one that hung back and said, basically was leading them the way out of the thing.
Yeah, that was nice.
But no, the bit we're going to come back to, talking about, the women are all massacred and the men. So, right at the beginning, Poe does stuff that Leia didn't approve of. Basically, she tells him to pull back. He doesn't. They do destroy the dreadnought, but she's like, she slaps him as in, I told you, I gave you an order. So she demotes him. when she is injured in an amazing sequence, which we won't spoil because wow. Let's just say Leia does have her own force power.
Very, very much so. Yeah.
So Poe is demoted from commander to captain.
Yeah. Which
must be a regular military thing, because in Star Trek it's the other way around. So I'm guessing that's a naval thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I know Star Trek is based on a naval structure. So I don't know, but he gets busted down. He's like, Captain, Commander, I don't care, look at me. So when Leia's out of commission, one of the admirals is like, the people is like, okay, so go by the chain of command. It's this person, and it's Vice Admiral Lady Purple Hair.
Halto.
Something like that. So Lady Purple. No, but she comes in and she's this thing, and Poe's like, yeah, but what's happening? It's like, well, didn't you get demoted? And like, I don't care, just, we need to know the plan. And so there's several scenes between the two of them where she is putting him in his place, saying, look, you're being subordinate, you know, I need to think. And I'm thinking that is probably the scene that the man babies are whinging about.
I think so, yeah, more than likely.
Oh no, she's in command. In fact, he even makes reference to one of his friends about her. Wait, that's the Vice Admiral Halloran of this particular battle, and did this. So he's heard of her, and you know, it's like, wow, it's not what I was expecting, but it wasn't with disrespect. It was just like, oh,
right, okay.
I wasn't even like, oh, but it's a chick. It was like, not what I expected.
Yeah.
There was he made no reference to her being male or female. It was just like, you hear a name, you don't necessarily know if you don't know the face attached to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I think that was the bit but contextually, in that environment, in the world they set up, no, he's not being emasculated, he's been told off. We've both been in positions where we've, you know, kind of cocked up and had to be had words with, and he's had words with me before now. We've talked about the fact he was my boss for supervisor, but still.
Yeah, no, it happens. You know, gender need not come into it. So yeah, but yeah, I agree. It's probably.
And don't forget, I mean, I wouldn't want to be specific or presumptuous about the nationality of the people saying this, but I would go on a massive limb and say that probably mostly Americans. We don't agree with them, we don't necessarily like them, but we live in a country that's had 2 female prime ministers.
Not been any female presidents, there hasn't, has there?
No, it has. That was the whole thing with Hillary. But again, it's trying to stay apolitical in that sense. But maybe it's just we can accept the fact of female leadership.
Probably. Yeah. Well, yeah, we've got history. History speaks for itself.
And obviously we've got a queen. And it's just like. So yeah, if that's the scene, my theory is that is the scene that they were. Oh, well, the woman's telling the man off, and you can't do that because women shouldn't be able to do that. Sorry, trying to keep the language appropriate for the rating of the movie, but off.
yeah, that.
Go fornicate.
Yeah.
Oh! Yoda.
Oh, Yoda, yeah, little dream Yoda.
Well, I think the technical term is Force Ghost.
Okay. AKA Dream
Yoda. Surprising he was.
He's gone a bit mad, isn't he, old Yoda?
So there's a kind of a moment where Luke's going to burn down the sacred tree on the island and destroy all the Jedi books. Patient as they are not. And he's got like a flare torch thing. He is about to light the tree, and then he doesn't, and then Yoda, even when dead, creates a storm in the sky to basically strike the tree and burn it down. At one point Luke does try and run into it, and he's like, oh, how funny you are. Oh, young Skywalker. Yeah, his little legs go.
He was enjoying that.
I'm pretty sure that's actually the puppet as well, not the CGI.
Yeah, no, it looked like a puppet, yeah. That's a nice touch, I think.
I want to say, was it still Frank Oz, but is Frank Oz still with us?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
That's a shame. No, he's not, because Kermit's been recast a couple of times as well, but yeah. Oh, Kermit was a Richard Jim Henson, so. Hello, everybody. I like Kermit. But anyway, that's other puppetry. But yeah, so it's little CG, like, little Yoda, and they have a really nice conversation and like saying that, you know, could have saved Ben, you know, but don't lose Rey and all this stuff. So that's kind of thing. That's kind of really the main sort of big points, and we are on. I know we're still doing worth for time as well. So there's the whole conversation about light and you know, creating the spark and everything, and so right. Okay, this is a big spoiler because this is the final scene. One of the stable boys is telling the story of, you know, Luke Skywalker, Jedi warrior. He's speaking in his own language, but you hear that and like he's doing the thing. And so yeah, he's kind of he kind of, it's implied he is the spark. The children are the spark.
Next generation.
Because he's wearing Rose's ring.
Yeah, that she must have given.
Although I think he should probably dial it back to the normal.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you don't want to draw attention to that too much.
So that's kind of cute, but so there is so Luke on the salt planet, because there is a thing that they get salt. It is implied to be a mine. Ben is like, fire everything we've got at that man. And he does again. So it's got AT-ATs.
Yeah, AT-ATs there.
AT-ATs. I don't care. AT-ATs. We'll talk about the. I'm jumping back into the ship in a minute. But he's like, bang, bang, you know. And then the admiral's like, do you think he got him? Stop. And then like Luke stood there like.
That was good.
That got a laugh.
That was badass.
Ah, waggies.
What?
Little waggies just move forward. I love wagtails, they're so cute. They're so cute.
Diddy.
So Diddy. So yeah, and then I won't go into why or how that works, but it's basically Luke is standing there, and there is a bit of a fight between him and Ben as well, which is like kind of amazing.
That was very cool.
So that is a good moment, and the reveal is very kind of. I kind of thought that it was something like that, but then when he's like, oh, of course, that's how it works. Yeah. But jumping back a little bit, not only do we have AT-ATs, but we also have AT-AS, chicken walkers.
Yeah, they were very cool. Yeah.
I only know I'm not that big. Well, I am that big a geek, but I only know the words because I've watched a lot of other programs about it. But the chicken walkers. So I think it was Nash on Twitter was like, so does BB-8 have a body count now?
Yeah.
So they're basically everything's happening, guns, explosions, excitement. And it's almost like it's the end for Finn and Rose. And then one of the chicken walkers starts shooting at everything, and the top pops off, and it's BB-8 sitting there going, and she's just panning. She's
loving it.
And yeah, so the chicken walkers kind of like, but I mean, there's chicken walkers earlier on in the movie as well, sort of there. But yeah, when BB takes it over, it's just like that. It's so amazing. And there's the little black roller droid as well, that kind of is there. It's got a name, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, and then so there's the scene when they're infiltrating Snoke's ship. They all got obviously dressed up in the First Order uniforms, which are very smart. Kind of like the Nazis, they wear smart uniforms, so, you know. And
the only upside.
They upturn a bin of some sort and stick it over BB, so she looks like a little
black droid.
But of course she can't see where she's going properly. She's like, so that was
funny.
That's cute. Yeah. But without being sort of really specific, and is there any other moments that really?
I think those are all the sort of core.
Cute and funny and badass and
really good bits.
So yeah, we got some really funny moments, got amazing character moments, cute character moments, funny bits. There's a wagtail walking over a grate and it's amazing.
No, don't fall in.
I know. Badass moments, funny moments, big battle scenes, like the opening sequence is amazing. 2 really good lightsaber fights. You already know if you're going to go see it. Yeah,
it's Star Wars, isn't it?
It is, but yes, we enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. You know, himself doesn't want to. He can't be bothered because he actually thought. I'm not going to dispute on what he thinks. He thinks that not only does he think that Rogue One was better, but he actually thought Force Awakens was actually boring.
Boring.
He said he'll probably end up seeing it on Divid, but But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. It's good. We both enjoyed it. Do honestly, it's, you already know.
Yeah, you know if you want to go see it or you don't want to go see it, but it's Star Wars.
We enjoyed ourselves. I guess the question is this something you're going to make yourself go see at the cinema again, or do you think you'd wait now until it comes out?
I think I'll wait till it comes out. You know,
Yeah.
I think once you've seen it once, it's like, okay, I've seen it now. And like I said before, I'm not a huge fanboy about it. So I'll get the DVD, add it to the collection.
Because there's a couple of films, like I said, I think My Little Pony was the last film I saw twice.
Oh, yeah.
But there are a couple of films that I've seen, like, definitely go watch that again. I mean, are there any recent films that we've watched that you think, oh, actually, I wouldn't mind going to see that again at the cinema, or is it just like you've had the moment and then...
I think of a lot of them. I've sort of the moment's been and gone really.
Yeah.
But you know, I'll probably get a lot of them on DVD to sort of have them and watch them at
or
some
the
point.
Blu-ray.
Or the Blu-ray at some point. Crow attack.
Murder.
It's a murder. Yeah. I'm literally witnessing a murder right now.
Or attempted murder.
An attempted murder.
Yes, it's great when we can actually see what's going on in the world, because we can like get distracted by the birdies. I like burbs. Burbs are cute.
But yeah, waiting for the Divid and very excited for it. So.
Yeah, I mean we'll probably end up with a copy of it anyway, because himself will probably end up buying it. But I'm. It's a good cinema movie. I would definitely recommend seeing it at the cinema before anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen it. I can go back on the internet now.
Yeah.
I can unmute Tony Goldmark. Sorry, dude. I love your work, but you were going on a lot. And I will go back through and read some of that stuff, because now I know what you're talking about. I'm not saying it wouldn't be interesting. It's just like it was on my timeline, dude.
Yeah, you got to skip over bits, haven't you?
Yeah, there's a lot of it. So yeah, we recommend it.
Go
No
watch
trailers
Star
to talk about, because we we basically came in that close to time, but that was, you know, we wanted our coffee.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, that was pretty much, without going into it. I mean, there are a couple of little spoilers, but we said that would be. But I think some big things we've managed to keep. But it's good, it's fun, it's exciting. There are not cryy moments, so there were a couple of moments I was expecting sort of kind of be all cryy, but there were moments you
emotional moments.
There were emotional moments,
but nothing sort of too melodramatic.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good film. I enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, you will.
I would say with okay, just to say, not again established, not actually fan persons. But that the galaxy far, far away.
Yeah,
that's
always epic.
That's always a moment.
Yeah.
And short, crawl this time. Only 3 paragraphs.
Yeah. Normally it sort of goes on a little bit more, doesn't it?
I mean, okay. So I guess the question is this a film you can watch cold, or you have to watch it first? At least Force Awakens.
I think at least Force Awakens. Watch the originals.
Just watch the original. Don't worry about the prequels.
No, don't watch the prequels. Seriously, don't. Watch the originals anyway, because it sets up sort of Luke and Leia and Chewie and
and Han and everyone.
Yeah, and Han, and Force Awakens to find out about Han
and Ben and.
But yeah, don't watch the prequels. Watch all the rest of them.
Including Rogue One, because we did enjoy Rogue One. But I just wouldn't
One.
say it was necessarily better or worse than Force Awakens. It was just
it was
what
just
it was.
What it was. Yeah, it was a good film.
Yeah. All right, I think we're good.
I think we're getting there.
You've got plenty of time to do the thing, and we're actually in time. So thank you for watching, if you have been. And I'm going to use the Last Jedi and Paul hashtags on Twitter, so I should get a few hits off of this one.
Nice.
So thanks for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe, tell people. You know, we're doing our thing. It's good. So I've been Michelle. He's been Adam. We're going to go now because he's got things to do today. But thanks for watching. Bye bye.
BB.